Hello there, it's your pal Orson again. Oh, and Jacques too, of course. Here to remind you all to click like and subscribe so you never miss an episode. That's right, Jacques. They can also find us on Patreon, if looking to gain early access to episodes and bonus content. As always, thank you all for your support.
Welcome again, travelers. Our party has nearly finished their latest mission for the mysterious magician known as Merlock. They have already acquired their precious cargo, a cache of giant eagle eggs, and next aim to reach Wexarch within a couple more days. In the morning, the crew all meet in the bilge for breakfast. The freshly slain giant crabs have contributed to a scrumptious chowder, allowing the party to start the day with newfound energy. The two nobles, Thaddeus and Martha Toblerone, are seen briefly, but spend most of their waking hours in their cabin, still recovering from probable food poisoning. After a relatively uneventful workday aboard the Bullfinch, the PCs meet below deck with Rickett and handsome Harold during the evening hours.
So unlike Harold here, you're saying old Rickett is no sight for sore eyes, is ya?
No offense, my vertically challenged friend, but we can't all be as striking as yours truly.
Already sitting at the table upon the PC's arrival is Rickett, Harold, Sir Francis, and Waldorf. Sir Francis's right-hand man, Sir Gaston, and the other few knights are all suspiciously missing from the dining area.
Well, if it isn't Waldorf, getting ready to best us at more of the King's Gambit, eh?
Not tonight, fam. 3-card hold'em be the game, and it's Rickett's deal.
Oh, hey, Rickett. I've been meaning to talk with you more. You seem like you've been around and have a tale to tell. We should really chat at length sometime.
Sure thing, me lady, but we never sing while me playing cards. And it's not that we can't multitask, me can. Just each task is bound to suffer a little more when we do. You savvy? But don't worry. Be sure we get to know each other better before the end of the trip, surely.
He says as he gives Alia a flirtatious wink and a smile. He then turns towards Johann.
Aye, should we deal you in two, Master Bard?
No thanks, actually. I'll just enjoy my drink and watch for now.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Oh, Mr. Rocky Top, you didn't mention you were a bard. Please, regale us with one of your masterpieces. I always play better with a little mood music.
Do you know any Kenny Rogers?
Enough! Let's just get on with it, shall we? My friend Waldorf and I want to play a little cards. Or maybe explain the rules to me again, will you? How do I know when to hold and when to fold?
I see what you did there.
So, Johann is sitting out. Jem, are you joining the game tonight?
Nah, I want to sit back and watch as well. And do I see the sick nobles during the evening? Also, can I tell if Francis is up to something? Seems like he's acting strange.
Roll an insight check.
13.
You haven't seen the nobles since breakfast, but when you did, they still looked quite ill. As far as Sir Francis's demeanor, he seems like he is doing his best to act polite, although uncharacteristically so. You can't tell if he is really struggling to learn the rules, or if he is just losing on purpose for some reason.
After they all play a hand or two, I want to sneak up to the upper decks and motion for Johann to follow me.
What do you mean by sneak?
Well, obviously everyone sees me, but I will try to pull it off like I'm excusing myself and going to bed for the night. But then I'll try to motion to Johann when no one is looking.
Sure, we can come back to that after the first few rounds of the card game. Okay, so everyone who is gambling, roll 3d6 and add up the total. If you have proficiency in playing cards, instead roll 4d6 and drop the die with the lowest result. Now, the player with the highest combined total wins. In this case, it is Rickett with a 17. The halfling then proceeds to win the majority of the next several games, except for a few which result in a draw. Jem and Johann, both of you roll a perception check.
15.
12.
Sir Francis continues to act chalantly suspicious. You catch the knight looking over his shoulder a few times and seemingly trying to keep Waldorf's focus on him and the game at hand rather than any other happenings on the ship.
Well, sir, I think I'm more of a King's Gambit kind of guy. You agree, Waldorf?
You got that right. Always been more of a dice man myself.
Nonsense, Waldorf! I mean, your luck is bound to change. Keep at it. You're always so good at everything you do.
Right.
Can I tell if Rickett is cheating? Or if Francis is helping him win somehow?
Roll a perception check.
23.
You are not sure if Rickett is cheating or just really lucky. While observing Francis, he does not seem to be paying any attention or adhering to any strategy. Rather, he keeps betting haphazardly, with no apparent care for how much he loses. Rickett may be taking advantage of Francis's poor playing style, but you are confident that they are not working in tandem.
Well, I think we're out. Jacques and I want to make sure we don't gamble away all of our hard-earned pay.
Oh, hey, you got a little friend there. Hello, Mr. Muskrat. Oh, me mean Jacques. Apologies. Nice to meet you.
Rickett extends a tiny one-finger greeting to Jacques, somewhere between congenial and gregarious.
How's about the rest of you? You still in? Or shall we switch things up a bit?
Oh no, already? Not when Waldorf's luck is about to change. I just know it. How about a few more hands,
Okay, now Jem needs to roll a deception check.
4.
After excusing yourself from the table, you make your way to the staircase that leads to the rear cabins. You try to get Johann's attention, but he neglects to notice your hand signals. You realize you will have to either proceed alone or draw more attention to yourself if you want him to follow you.
Ugh, I guess I'll go alone.
Johann, I need a performance check from you for the music you have been playing while the others gamble.
21.
Hey, that's a pretty good there. Sounds like what the captain says be true. You natural you are. Should get together and jam sometime. We should. Say, do you happen to know the rocky road to Troublin'?
Do I? I mean, no, seriously, do I?
Roll a history check.
15.
You don't know it well, but well enough to fake a few bars of the melody while Rickett begins singing along. Unfortunately, it is the type of song that requires two vocalists performing call and response, so it loses some of its intended impact on the listeners. But there are a few people in the crowded dining area that seem to recognize the song and applaud. Johann continues to perform, while the others play a few more hands of three-card hold'em. Jem, you ascend the stairs and believe you hear some commotion from the rear cabins. Roll a stealth check.
19.
You cautiously peek around the corner and see Gaston and another knight, Sir Edgar, both leaving Waldorf's room with a particularly guilty look on their faces. The two then split up, Edgar walking up towards the top deck and cutting across the front cabins, while Gaston proceeds down the stairs towards the dining area. Your roll of a 19 allows you to remain unseen, hiding in the shadows under the stairs.
So maybe they were trying to raid Waldorf's room while Francis kept him busy downstairs. Otherwise, what were they doing in there? I want to remain hidden here and watch for a while.
Okay, the rest of you in the dining area see Gaston enter a few moments after Jem has left. The knight sits adjacent to Francis, but doesn't join the card game. After a few more hands of three-card hold'em, Francis abruptly announces his exit.
Well, that's it for me. I'm going to bed. Better luck next time, I guess. Right, Waldorf?
Yeah, right.
Francis and Gaston then depart, returning to their bunks in the front cabins.
You know, Wally, that Francis seemed a little more cheerful than usual tonight. Am I right?
Ah, you think? And don't call me that. No, I'm not sure what game he was playing, but it obviously wasn't cards. Terrible poker face on that idiot.
And I'd still watch my back around him. Definitely seems like the backstabbing type.
Noted.
Hey, should we follow them? I don't trust Francis.
Nah, if push comes to shove, I can handle Captain Fancy Pants there. Thanks though, me lass.
Enough of these card games. Now let's really get this party started.
Coming soon to a music hall or pavilion near you,
It's Elvish Presley, fresh off tour from the North Shaspian Archipelago, bringing all his smash hits.
Claw your face, disavow you too. Deposit an egg, that's what they're gonna do. Now baby, blue slide shoes, baby. A blue slide shoes. Ow!
Or who could forget this hit number?
You ain't nothing but a hellhound, crying all the time. You ain't nothing but a hellhound, crying all the time. Well, you may be cool as a frost giant, but you're no friend of mine.
Elvish Presley, coming soon to Fargyle and beyond.
And now back to DNV.
Enough of these card games. Now let's really get this party started.
Rickett then leaps onto the table with flute in hand, stomping his foot to create the tempo and proceeding to play some well-known jigs.
Good show, good show. Hey, Rocky, please, you really must join in. Come on, let's all rock this joint.
Harold then produces a small guitar and starts strumming along, following Rickett's lead and nodding his head to the rhythm.
All right, I take out my mandolin and do my best to follow along, but also try not to make anyone look bad. A 16 for performance.
Much of the crowd is now enamored with the performance that you three are putting on. Aelia, Clem, and Orson, most of the attention is now off of you. What would you three like to do?
I will stay down here to help with any needed distractions, in case either of you want to follow those sneaky knights.
Well, sir, I propose Aelia come with me to the front cabins.
What's your plan?
Well, I'm fixing to make a general nuisance of myself, as usual, and that is close to where our rooms are. So, I figured I'd accidentally walk into the wrong room, pretending to be a bit tipsy. Then, while I distract them, maybe Aelia can snoop around a little.
Yeah, I can act like I'm coming to wrangle you in, when in reality, I will be listening close, watching their every move, and maybe trying to peek inside their rooms.
You both start moving towards the front cabin. Aelia, you take a position at the base of the stairs. You try to remain out of sight and observe, while also preparing to ascend the steps when needed. Clem, you remember which room belongs to Sir Francis, and you can hear men chatting from the other side of his closed door.
So then, I want to burst in and stumble through the door, doing my best to act drunk. I plan to slur my words, saying something nonsensical about this not being Orson's room. Then I want to collapse onto the floor and pretend to be unconscious.
Roll your choice of either deception or performance.
11.
You fling open the door and burst inside, but it is more crowded than you expected, which prevents you from falling on the floor inside the room. Instead, you drop to one knee and fall into one of the three huddled knights. The trio looks at you suspiciously as you feel your words stick in the back of your throat, unable to remember what you planned on saying as a distraction. Aelia, I need you to roll a perception check.
17.
As Clem stumbles into the room, you make out the last few words of their interrupted conversation, which was,
What do you mean, empty?
You then see one of the knights quickly slide something underneath a blanket on the cot behind him, just as Clem is bursting in. The object remains sticking out of the edge of the blanket, but you can't discern what it is at this distance. The three obviously look startled by his entrance, and it looks like Clem is starting to flounder.
What do you want, dwarf?
Do you mind? Some privacy, please.
This one's occupied.
Well, hey, this isn't Orson's room. It's Francis. Put it there, pal. Still doing my best to act drunk and not suspicious, obviously, but probably not doing a good job.
I'm gonna go bail him out now, just to be safe. I wanna walk up and say, There you are, you drunken fool. Your room is this way. Come on, stop bothering these good gentlemen. And as I approach to lend Clem my shoulder, I try to get a better look at whatever they hid under the blanket.
One of you can try to roll deception again, and the other has to make a perception check.
I am terrible at both of those.
Perception. 19.
Okay, deception again. Not bad. 15.
Sir Edgar stands up for an instant to assist in lifting Clem back up, allowing Alia a better view of the cot and the pile of blankets. The partially concealed object looks like a small wooden coffer, about 4 inches wide by 8 inches long. A roll of 19 also allows you to notice some general details about the rest of the room. Everything seems to be in disarray. Personal articles, mainly clothing, tossed and strewn around as if the room had been turned inside out looking for something. Sir Edgar and Gaston both look exhausted with sweat on their brows.
I ask if they are doing well up here, or if they need...
We'd be doing a lot better if you'd just get your drunk friend out of my room!
Oh, my mistake. We're sorry. Let's go, Clem.
Hey, you're not Orson.
Before your ploy is discovered, you both return to Clem's room across the corridor. Sir Francis can be seen in your periphery, watching closely as you shut the door behind you.
Oh, okay, that was close. I saw them possibly trying to hide something, a small box on the bed, but it looks like they're still looking for something because the room is a complete mess.
Maybe Francis is just used to having a maid. You think they were looking for coin? Or maybe where the eggs are being stored?
All right, I want you to stay here. Try to listen closely, and if it sounds like those 3 leave the room, maybe you can sneak in and look for anything suspicious. Or look inside the box hidden on the bed. They tucked it under some blankets as you stumbled in before.
Sure thing. You can count on me. In fact, why don't you go apologize to them again, or invite Francis down for a drink? Really suck up to him. Maybe you can lure them out, and then I'll be clear to search the room.
Oh, good idea. And good luck.
Back over to Gemma, still in the rear cabin. Gem, you have been hiding behind the rear stairwell for the past 20 minutes or more. You were getting ready to move from your hiding spot when one of the other rear cabin doors opens, so you try to get a better look. Roll investigation.
13.
Okay, out from the room walks Merlock, wearing his signature black robes with gold trim. He roughly clears his throat and then straightens his collar as he walks towards the stairwell.
I'd like to remain hidden if I can, and if so, I'll wait for him to pass, then check his and Waldorf's room to see if they're locked.
Roll another stealth check.
21.
You remain perfectly still as the wizard walks right past your location, turns the corner and proceeds down the stairs, all with a slight spring in his step. You hear him clear his throat again and practice some words softly.
Fear not. Fear not.
Then he flings open the door to the bottom deck and enters the dining area.
Fear not. The magnificent Merlock has arrived.
The door shuts behind him and you are confident that the path to the cabins is now clear. So which door do you want to check first?
I want to listen, actually, to check if anyone is in Waldorf's room first. Then the room Merlock just exited. Perception 12?
You don't hear anyone in either of the 2 rooms, but the incense smoke trickles out from beneath the door Merlock just exited. You jiggle both door handles, and neither appear to be locked.
Okay, Waldorf's room first.
You open the door and look in. Based on your last perception check, you don't see anything outwardly unusual. There is a single cot and an empty chest with open lid in the room. Some water drips from the ceiling planks, and the blanket on the cot looks wet and untidy. Underneath the cot is a set of climbing gear, likely one of the sets used earlier when scaling the spire for eggs. Do you go inside, or is there anything else you want to do here?
No, I'll shut the door and then peek into the other room with the incense.
Peering inside the room, you get a big whiff of smoke as you open the door, smelling of frankincense. Like most rooms aboard the ship, there is a small wooden chest and cot affixed to the wall. You see a few backpacks filled to their brim with various articles sitting on the bedding. A fine throw rug with intricate pattern lies in front of the cot, and burning incense along with dried herbs are placed in a censer atop the rug. Finally, a tiny black candle is lit in the center of the room, hovering in midair.
Okay, definitely wizardy stuff. So, I'm not gonna go in and disturb anything, but I want to pay extra attention to which room is Waldorf's for future reference. Next, I want to make my way over to the front cabins, or the same way I saw Edgar going when he left Waldorf's room earlier.
You carefully close the door and commit the room numbers to memory. Now, technically for clarification, the munitions deck separates you from the front cabins, and the doors that allow passage through them are locked. You could also head down to the dining area again and take the other set of stairs up to the front cabins, but instead, you are taking the same path as Edgar, which was cutting across via the top deck, correct?
Yeah, I'm following Edgar's footsteps. Top deck.
You continue the rest of the way up the stairwell and exit onto the top deck, where you are greeted by Captain Grover.
Oh, hey, it's Rocky's friend. Jem, is it? Come here for a minute. Any chance you know much about the constellations?
Jem then gets slightly sidetracked by the captain's small talk. Down below, Orson and Waldorf watch on as Johann and Harold accompany Rickett in a performance of song and dance. We'll be back after these messages.
It's Raymond Farrell's Fine Linens and Gay Apparel, home of the Astrial Ascot, purveyor of fine Simonian leather, and the sole proprietor of the tastiest cobalt jerky in Fargyle. Come visit our newest location in the South Light District. And remember, you can either get in with the latest fashions, or you can get out.
Arr, it's me, Captain Jimmy. And where's the hottest spot to get all the slipper lobsters till you drop?
Fishy Jimmy's Lobster Shack!
Arr, that's right.
Breaking news! Fishy Jim's Lobster Shack has been accused of fraud, exploitation, and abusing Simonian child labor laws. Some say the locale has even become a haven for riffraff, hooligans, and ne'er-do-wells connected to the notorious Menagerie Gang. Tune in tonight on a special edition of Nights with Newman, your trusted source for news.
Hey, looks like we're back.
So, Orson, you play any instruments too? Maybe you sing?
No, although I can't carry a tune, I have been known to tune a fish.
Oh, what? Oh. Yeah.
After the trio finishes their fourth completely improvised number, the crowd's interest is starting to wane. Many patrons break off and attend to their own personal conversations or activities, and a few others have already returned to their rooms for the night.
Thank you, thank you. Remember to tip your servers.
Good show, good show.
Nice job, boyos. Not a bad jam session. Not bad indeed. Well, suppose me better be getting back to me room. Still plenty of work and a great deal of sailing to go. How's about one more round before me turn in for the night?
Absolutely. This one's on me.
It is at this point that the wizard bursts into the dining area, proclaiming,
Fear not, the magnificent Merlock has arrived. Please, please, no need to hold your applause. Thank you, thank you. Now, who's up for some Three-Dragon Monty?
For the second time now this trip, the typically all-business wizard begins performing some shtick. Basic parlor tricks and practical jokes, and taking every opportunity he can to rib members of the crowd. The antics seem to target everyone except Waldorf, or anyone in his immediate vicinity. In fact, the mischievous mage seems to deliberately avoid any interaction with his supposed close friend. This continues for 15 minutes or so, as the group finishes Harold's round of drinks.
All right. We really must be going now.
Well, I guess I'll be turning in soon too. Hey, Rickett, I'll walk with you. I've got a proposition for you. I'm thinking it's something you specifically may be able to help with. That is, if you're interested.
Sure thing, Squinty. Follow me and let's chat a bit.
Don't call me that.
Waldorf and Rickett then make their way to the stairwell leading to the rear cabin, where both their rooms are located. Waldorf looks over his shoulder one last time before exiting the dining room, casting a peculiar stare in Merlock's direction. He shakes his head, either in disappointment or disbelief. He then turns and follows Rickett up the stairs. Johann and Orson, you are both still on the lower deck, with Harold and several other crew members witnessing the shenanigans. I need you each to roll an investigation check.
12.
7.
Despite some obviously hurt feelings amongst the crowd, you can't help but find yourselves feeling slightly amused by the wizard's antics. Merlock is smiling ear to ear with a look of childish immaturity that you're not used to seeing from someone his age. But oddly enough, the expression seems to suit him. Johann, you specifically look over at Harold while Merlock floats a playing card above someone in the crowd's head, and you notice Harold pick the pocket of an unsuspecting noble, stone drunk, passed out at one of the tables.
Huh, a drunk noble, you say? Well, good for him. Although I will have to keep that in mind the next time he is within arm's length of my coin purse. And at least he paid for the drinks. Hey Orson, are you close to ready for bed? Or do you want to head top deck with me? I'm thinking of chatting up the captain if he's awake.
You go ahead. I think I'll go to sleep after my fellow wizard's performance here. Did you ever notice? He's really quite the comedian.
Orson continues to watch while Johann enters the rear stairwell. Jem, still top deck, continues chatting with Captain Grover. She tries her best to be polite, but really just keeps hoping for a chance to step away and pursue Edgar. Alia and Clem, still inside Clem's bunk located in the front cabins, discuss a plan to investigate Francis's room across the hall, and hopefully the mysterious coffer inside. Then, all of a sudden, a young barmaid's screams can be heard echoing from the rear cabins and down the corridors.
That's right, travelers and sightseers. Has there been a murder aboard the famous Bullfinch? Unravel the thrilling mystery by subscribing to our channel now.
And now, travelers, make sure your tray tables are back in the upright locked position. And prepare for even more adventure next time on Dungeons and Vagabonds.